Hey everyone, this amazing ESO Network show is brought to you by our fine sponsor, Amazon.com. Please remember to shop Amazon for all your geeky needs, no matter what time of the year it is. All you need to do is go to esopodcast.com/ESO Amazon, or click on the Amazon banner on the ESO Network webpage to go to our e-store. It's the best way to shop and the best way to support this program, and it doesn't cost you anything extra. Okay, that's enough of me babbling for now. Now on with your regular scheduled show.
Welcome to Myobi Defend Your Childhood, the podcast where every week we put a little bit of your past on trial. Wait, you don't know who we are? Well, fine. First, we take a movie that you like. You know the ones. The ones the buses always had on field trips.
We got the real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam.
The afternoon animated show tie-in.
Or rewrite history. DuckTales.
Or the ones your parents didn't want you to see but you watched at a sleepover. So that's the game. The movies are 10 years old and the defendant hasn't seen them in 5. Then we're
here to talk about The Sandlot. When I was a kid, I wasn't allowed to play with the other children, so this is how I learned human interaction.
Ask them what they think.
Obviously, I remembered earwigs, because as soon as my parents found out that I was deathly afraid of parasites, they were like, let's show her Wrath of Khan.
So, in the end, does your past hold up? Can you defend your childhood? Tune in every Thursday to find out.
In the darkest night, I make the bad guys fall. There's a million heroes, but I'm the best of them all. Who has the coolest gadgets? Who has the tricked out ride? Who does the sickest backflips? Hello, and welcome to the Monster Sci-Fi Show podcast. I am the host, Lego Batman. Hey, computer.
How can I help you, Lego Batman?
That's right. I'm Lego Batman. You can't mess with this. I am darkness. I am the night. I am everything that's awesome about the Lego Batman movie. So, if you have not seen the Lego Batman movie, I will be talking about the Lego Batman movie. So, oddly enough, if you're listening to this podcast and you've not watched this movie, please do yourself a favor and do not listen to the rest of the show. Gene and I actually did get to see Lego Batman together, and actually this was last night, so I did record us talking about it afterwards. Then a very long podcast, but nonetheless, we haven't done a podcast in a while since we did for the year in review. So sit back and listen to us glee over the Lego Batman movie.
It was like Airplane, but visually and verbal.
Yes.
Not everything hit, but it didn't need to hit. But that end sequence was kind of like, yeah, okay. But I love the way the Batman and Joker talk, like it's a relationship. Which is perfect to see on Valentine's Day.
I don't do ships. Relationships.
But it's hard to get my head around the whole, this is Lego Batman, Gene. It's the name of the freaking movie. It's not Batman. It's not your Batman.
Right.
That was the hard thing. I'm like, I don't understand why they're trying to bump. It's not like that in this universe, Gene. I was so confused. I was like, I don't understand.
But the fact that tied in all the Batmans...
Yeah.
From Adam West to Christopher Nolan.
I was like, why do you keep bashing Jerry Maguire? You complete me. I love the way they inverted the whole original Lego movie, the idea behind that, in the Phantom Zone.
The question I had, and I didn't notice this the first time.
What's that?
The Phantom Zone brick, whatever that thing was. It's like, you know, whoever she is going to be upset.
Right, I was like, is there going to be a big reveal? Is it going to be another family?
That's the thing that I was expecting.
But no.
I was expecting that twist because just like in the first movie, when we hear the ships making noise or the pew pew pew, whatever, we realize later on, the third act, it's the kid that's making the noise.
You can't do that again. You've already done that trick.
Right. So
it's a one-trick pony movie.
But that's when I was reading is that Legos 2 which will have Batman and the actions of what happened here just come over.
You mean there's going to be a sequel to the Lego movie?
No, but it's connecting the Lego movie together.
The Ninjago movie.
Is also connected. You know how there was different worlds that there was all...
Right.
They're all connecting. So each one is going to have its own movie, but then in the grand scheme, like the MCU or the DCEU, they're all going to have this bigger storytelling. As to how that's going to take fashion...
They're going to put that together, I don't know.
The fact that we had a problem with the idea of the Lego movie to begin with, and they overcame that by leaps and bounds, and to have that be an all-time classic.
This is Cloverfield for kids.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
Yeah, I would say so.
Go figure it out. Good luck.
But, my God, I don't remember laughing as much as I did, and what sealed it to me was that whole Iron Man sucks password.
This movie made me happy from the minute it started.
Right.
From the narration to the very end. It's brilliant. And very creative.
Yeah.
And it's like a lateral thinking thing. You don't normally think this way, but we're doing it for you.
Right.
And here you go. It's something completely different. And you kind of know the tropes of Batman, but you don't know this one.
Right. Which is having him face his greatest fear of being alone.
And there's so many different levels of this. I was like, that's really interesting. Really nice.
And Michael Cena.
Sarah?
Cena. Sarah. Oh.
S-E-R-A. There's only 4 letters.
Whatever.
Pronounce it as you will.
But as Robin.
Okay, Robin.
Robin guy.
Right. The man who you didn't like in Scott Pilgrim. That's okay.
Yeah, but I gave a better performance than I thought. And I completely didn't even recognize him at all.
Do you think he was a little bit flamboyant for Robin? I mean, he's got a glittery cape. Again, a different universe, but okay.
But what I also loved about the details is the Lego figures with the cape. They're like when they fold it over and put the neck through, it has a little gap in the back.
Right, just like they do.
Oh my God. I was just like so damn happy that they did that. And no matter what, you will see that cape gap in the back. It's
a nice movie.
See, DC, you can have a good movie. You can compete.
But this is all comedy. And this is all... The funny thing is, the interesting to me is, like, these people understand your mythos better than you do.
Right.
Because you're going dark. They went, no, we're doing light and funny. But even that wouldn't work completely in a live-action movie.
No.
This is a children's film that adults that get it will love.
It. Right.
If you get it. I don't know, you and I are dorky, so we understand the levels and the different themes of Batman. We've been watching the character for
right.
all of our lives. Someone who doesn't get it would be like, I don't know, it's kind of interesting.
Right.
Vaguely remember this, but it's so chock full, it'll catch you on some level.
Right.
Which is the magic thing about this.
And
the more you know about it, the more you get.
Right.
And that's still then the more confused you kind of are. But yeah, that's just...
Well, no, I mean, they even had, the Batman Beyond costume in the hangar in one scene. So I'm like pointing out a lot of things left and right. I'm like, all these little nods, it's just like chock full of these nods.
Too many Easter eggs.
So the thing is, could this then be the new generation of Pixar movies?
I don't know. This is only the second movie.
It's the second movie.
I'm nervous.
But considering what they did with the Lego movie, which really blew us as far as expectation.
Right.
And Pixar did Toy Story, which, again, blew us away with expectation. I think that if they play their cards right and...
But this is strong on story. It's not the technology.
Right.
Not just the technology involved here. This is something... This is a rare combination of elements.
Right.
And this is nearly lightning twice in the bottle. Mm-hmm. Nearly.
Yes.
Because the same universe, but a different story, different character. It's
right.
And I don't know how they're going to do this again. If they can do it a third time, then I'll start to believe.
Right. Which is coming out, I think, in September, they said?
I don't know when the Ninjago movie comes out. I don't know.
Which I would not...
that's the thing. I don't know that universe. That could be like Chiron. what is it called? Chiram, the new Legoland thing.
Oh, I
because
have
they open up universes all the time.
Right.
In the Lego world, in Legoland. I'm like, I don't know what that is. That is
No.
a kid thing.
Right. Right. So that the whole thing with the father and son going at it is like, Lloyd. Its name's Lloyd. You name me.
The writing is good.
So,
but the thing is, it may just be a Lego universe.
Right.
This may be the big gamble. Like, okay, they like the Lego movie. That's good. They like Lego Batman. Let's pull them into the Lego universe. And
right.
That's the gamble.
But that could be just a Cartoon Network.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Right. And then you're like, no, you lost me.
Right, exactly. That's the big gamble. If they're going to connect it to this. I don't know if they're going to do that.
But to do the pirate stuff that they did, in the last movie, they could make that
maybe
work. But then John goes just a little too specific for us to know that it doesn't work for us.
It might work though, because this should have been called. Although no, it's still the Lego Batman movie. But you could have called it the Lego DC movie. You could have.
Yeah.
But that's not a strong point.
Yeah. But to put in Super Samurai, El Dorado, Black Vulcan, the Flash doing the Running Man.
The Flash. As a Lego Flash doing the Running Man. That is the impressive thing about that. But geez, I don't know what you would title this. You know what you have. What's the title? It's got to be Lego Batman. But like maybe in small print,
A DC movie?
Connected to the Lego movie, I mean, somehow. Because that's what it is. It's just a different branch of the Lego movie.
Right.
And yet, who is she?
Right. So to me, that's going to be the question that we're going to find out, whatever that is.
They can maybe answer that in a short film. At the beginning of the Ninjago movie, maybe.
But remember when Gotham, they did that little test footage of, this is what happens when there's...
Right. Down below, there's nothing but a gap. I was like,
but wasn't there a scene from the last movie of, I forgot the... oh my God, what's his name?
Will Ferrell?
No. Not the hero. Emmett,
yeah.
Right. Falling down. Wasn't that the shot of him falling through the hole?
That's the thing. When Batman falls up to the Phantom Zone, I thought that was really similar.
Right. But the shot that did of Gotham, of something falling through, I thought that was Emmett. Because
it's similar. You're going to have to go back and watch the Lego movie.
Right.
You're going to have to do some research.
But then they said, they don't know where it ends, but it has this weird smell of dirty underwear. So, and that's the real world that they're referring to.
We think.
So, I'm really I want to know how this all plays together and how it gets tied together.
Wait till Cloverfield 3. There's no choice.
Cloverfield 2017.
Is that what it is?
That's the working title. Who knows if they're going to change it. So later this year we'll find out what Cloverfield 2017 means.
I am pleased as punch with this movie. This is a definite buy as soon as it comes out.
And a game.
Watching it over and over again.
And play the game.
There's going to be a game?
I'm sure there is. That's all. You kept saying in your head, you're playing mine.
I know. I was like,
Batman goes up the wall and...
Well, no. This is a much more expensive game. This is called Play Sets. Which, there's a whole bunch of play sets for this thing.
No, I know. But there's going to be...
And the bad guys are good guys.
Yeah.
Yay. Condiment King. Jesus.
It will be your reckoning.
I think you're making some of those up. Nope, they're all real.
Except for Condiment Man.
No, Condiment King is real.
Condiment King is real? Oh, my God.
Go home and Google it.
Hence what they said. It's worth a Google.
Yeah. The bootstrap theory. Google it. Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
But I was just so thrilled to have a movie that kept up its promise.
The funny thing about this is, you and I see a lot of movies. Not as many as we should, maybe, or we could. But this movie actually had an emotional impact. A happy, positive, I had a shitty day, I went to work, the printer was broken, this and that. But this movie just it's a breath of fresh air. Mm-hmm. It's 2 hours of just let go. It's fine.
No, I know. And even, I missed this the first time around, but the second time around, Robin, who, wants to have a family, and he's looking at the wall of pictures, and he's like, I want to have that too one day. I had that moment when I was in Orlando. Right before I had my respiratory failure.
What health crisis did you have?
Right.
That flash of like, oh, and the whole life goes...
Well, it went dark really quick. But...
For a few seconds.
Always,
time stood still.
But I remember that moment saying, because I saw like the company picnic that went to Universal, and all the pictures of families that worked there. And I'm like, I want that too. And I wasn't... Jen and I were just married maybe 2 years or so. And to hear that moment in this movie just brought that all back to me about the whole family thing. And how I brought that in the Star Trek 5 commentary about how...
Check your podcast.
Right. Not that you're listening. But you bring back that whole pain. It's like you get that finally. And even though it's a pain in the ass, you've been wanting to have that. So it's nice that the whole family thing really worked. Not over the top. It wasn't beating down. It was just a simple and good moment that was very honest.
There's a lot of layers in this story. There's the humor layer, there's the Batman layer, there's the family layer, there's the relationship layer, there's all these different layers. And you can focus them all together, but it all comes together in this perfect sandwich, you know?
Barbara!
So, again, not a very long podcast, but nonetheless, we love watching Lego Batman. It is a fantastic movie that everyone has to see at least twice. The bare minimum twice. So I wanted to do a couple little things before I head out. The thing that I talked about with Phyllis, after the movie, I just could not figure out who this person that Phyllis was referring to in the Lego movie. So I did a little research and still couldn't find anything, but I figured let me send out a tweet to Ellie Kemper, who plays Phyllis in the Lego Batman movie. So Ellie Kemper is the incredible Kimmy Schmidt, and then she was also in The Office. So I figured, let me try something. So I sent her a tweet yesterday saying, can you give me the name of Phyllis's boss? You know, who is she? You know, is this a secret? So I'm not really expecting an answer back, but I figured at least let me rest my mind to put it out there in the verse, just because it was really getting on my sleep. I could not get past it. So until I just typed that out, then I put my iPad away and then went to sleep afterwards. But otherwise, I would have been bugging myself all night as to who the hell this person was. So I may not get an answer. That's not anyone's going to be listening to the podcast or reading my tweets, so whatever. So I'm going to go back into my Batman mode just to close out the show. So here I am. I'm Batman. I'm closing out this podcast. It's a black podcast. Not that anyone's listening, and I like it that way. So if you want to email that loser, email him at monsterscifishow@gmail.com. Well, if you want to email Batman, well, good luck with that. Hey, computer.
You have a message from the Condiment King. It says PBBBFFFTTTT.
Hey, computer, that doesn't make any sense. Hey, Batman. Oh.
Which one?
Hey, computer.
Hello, sir. I've heated up your lobster thermidor in the microwave. I'm one step ahead of you, Alfred.
Oh, my lobster thermidor. I love lobster thermidor. I can't wait to eat it in the darkness. All by myself. All by myself. Jeez. That's pathetic. But that's what I am. So, thank you very much for listening to the Monster Sci-Fi Show podcast. Sci-fi from a certain point of view. I'm Batman. I'm out, bitch.
Best friends. This has been a broadcast of the ESO Network, your station for all things geek, classic, current, and beyond. Be part of the crew at ESONetwork.com.